All right, welcome back to the news at noon, and we are in the kitchen with Pohley Richey from the Idaho Beef Council. And I want to start off with, this is a great idea for people that want to have served like individual items for Christmas, whatever. I want to take a look at this. This is, what do you call this? What exactly is this?
So those are called Mediterranean beef pinwheels.
Okay.
That's what the official recipe title is on beefitswhatsfordinner.com and ktvb.com.
So if you look at some of the detail, you can see how it's wrapped. It's
Yes.
almost like a wrap. So you're going to show us how to do that. So there's a little handiwork that comes with this.
Yeah, so I think this is really fun, festive, beautiful presentation for your holiday table. And it's really super simple. And it's something that you can make ahead and then just bake it when you are ready for it.
So it can be ready to go in the refrigerator and just throw it in the oven.
Yep,
okay.
Exactly. So it's super simple. So the first thing that we want to start out with is a flank steak. And I just also want to get a little shot of how pretty this is.
That is pretty.
It's really lean. You can see there's hardly any fat on it. All beef has 10 essential nutrients, so you can feel good about serving this to your guests. This is something you can get at any neighborhood grocery store.
And we were talking during the break, flank steak sometimes can be a little difficult to kind of break down when it comes to the membranes and stuff.
Yeah, so flank steak is definitely a little bit more of a toothsome cut of meat. Okay. And so we want to do two things when we get this home. This is about a 2-pound flank steak that I've started with. And so one of the things that is going to help to make it more tender is we're going to take our trusty mallet.
Nice.
And if you don't own one of these kitchen mallets, you really should. It's a really good stress relief this time of the year. So we're just going to pound it. And that, I've done a lot of the pounding at home.
Okay, so you use both sides. Okay.
Yeah, so this is this cut of meat can really take a good beating, so you can use both sides of it. And so you're just going to pound it. That's going to break down the muscle fibers, make the meat a little bit more tender. Okay. But it's also going to flatten it out, so it's going to take your filling ingredients.
And what else will do that?
And so your marinade is going to do that too. It's going to tenderize it somewhat too. So I'm going to take my flank steak, I'm just going to pop it into a receptacle to marinate it. And I'm just going to pour this marinade over it. So I've made that 3 simple ingredients. It's made out of olive oil, lemon juice, and oregano. Okay. So since it's a really flavorful marinade, it really only needs about a half an hour or so. You can go a little bit longer, but I wouldn't go too much longer in the marinade. Yeah. Okay, so once that's done marinating, then we're just going to pop this back onto our cutting board. And we're going, when we pound out our flank steak, we're going for about a half an inch thickness. Okay. So we probably want to go maybe just a little bit thinner than what I've got it, but that's, this will show you. So it's super simple from here. It's just essentially like wrapping a present. Right. So we're going to start with our filling ingredients. The first
almost like a tortilla wrap.
Almost, yes, exactly, like a pinwheel or almost even like a cinnamon roll. So we're going to put our, I've got some pre-made that I got from the grocery store. It's called olive tapenade. Yep, and it's just great. Yeah, it's really good. It's really briny and salty. It's got olives and capers and garlic in it. Really, really good. So that's
then you don't need to put the salt on the meat, right?
Really, you don't. You can salt it lightly if you want, but really you don't. This, as well as the feta cheese that we're going to add here in a second, are going to add a lot of salt to it. So then our next layer is these beautiful green spinach leaves, and this just gives you a little bit of color. You can use frozen spinach here too if you would like. All right. And then lastly, we're going to just sprinkle on some more feta cheese.
And that's where the Mediterranean and the tapenade obviously comes from.
Exactly. So then from this point, then what we want to do is just roll it up, and you're going to try to roll it as tight as you can.
It's going to get messy, right?
Yes, this is definitely not a clean job, but it's all right. You've got washed hands when you do this. You're just going to roll it as tight as you can, eliminate any air gaps, because really the air gaps are what's going to cause the filling to fall out. Okay. And then from here, what I do is I just stick skewers.
All right, we got about 30 seconds left here.
Hold on to it, okay? So we're going to stick skewers about every inch or so.
About the width you want to cut it, right?
Okay. Exactly. So then we're just going to take our knife. I've got a trusty kitchen knife that also serves as a lethal weapon on my days off. And then we're just going to cut them into about 1 inch.
So that's what that looks like there.
About 1 inch. I did a little bit larger size. And then we're going to plop those right onto our baking sheet. Just kind of lay them
flat like that? All right.
Lay them flat. You should get out of a 2-pound flank steak about 6 of these or so. And then depending on the thickness that you cut it, I went a little bit larger than 1 inch on this. But you're going to stick this in the oven. It's going to go at 425 degrees for about 25 minutes.
25 minutes, not bad.
And then you get this.
And again, you can do this ahead of time, and so you can still entertain and then just throw them in the oven whenever it's ready.
Exactly. You can pop this right in your refrigerator, and it's ready for you when you are.
Excellent. Where can you find this recipe again, Pohley?
So it's on beefitswhatsfordinner.com as well as ktvb.com.
Perfect. That's a great idea. Well, thank you very much for bringing this to us just in time for Christmas, and we'll be right back.